because she was like, she wanted to sit by her husband. You lucky. Oh, we don't get to cruise at altitude, and I throw you out this motherfucker. Sightseeing. I saw this building. I went down the street from my hotel where I was staying.
Shout in my cab, grab up the land, chop a fin. Run up them digits. I run up the money. I'm getting fat. I'm stacking up chips. I'm stacking up Pringles. Niggas they mad, cause I'm get cash. My niggas get glad. Make a nigga run like Boy Scout. Turn me up, nigga I'm cross. Smoking on Kush. I only smoke just to turn me up. Nigga I'm live. Like certified, I'm going live. Nigga be live. I turned up nigga, don't got no guy.
What's up? What it do? It's your boy. I'm back with another YouTube video. I'm back with another story time. If you have not already subscribed to me on my YouTube, on my Twitter, I do have a Twitter now, Snapchat, my Instagram, make sure you do that. Oh, and I have a TikTok. Make sure you subscribe to my TikTok. Make sure you do that for the guy. Alrighty, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. So I was able to take a trip to DC. I just want to kind of tell you guys how it went. It was pretty cool. For me, that trip was really something, because one, that kind of was like my, I want to say, probably about my fifth time being out of Memphis. So it was something to kind of remember-ish. So for this trip, I actually took a plane. Yes, I actually took a plane. It was my first time flying, and that experience was really fun. It was really a fun experience. I did love it, and I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot more of that this year. Of course, y'all gonna be coming along with the boy to go to the places we going to. But yeah, I never flew a day in my life, so I was nervous about that, and I was calling a whole bunch of people to try to help me out with that. I'm trying to book a flight. Once I booked the flight, I'm like, okay, how am I supposed to get the ticket? It was just a whole lot going on. Let alone, I had to take two. I had to take two there. I had to take 2 planes there, and I had to take 2 planes back. So that right there was just, it was mayhem. It was crazy. I had ended up having to call my sister, trying to get her to help me, like, try to figure this stuff out, like, how does this stuff go, because I don't fly, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna take y'all from point A to point D. Stick with me. Starting off, how I ended up even going to Washington, D.C., I had got offered a contract, because at the time I was doing a lot of modeling and things like that, and I still am. I kind of just took a break from that right now, and you know, of course, it'll be a story time about that. But I took a break from that right now to kind of focus on other things, but then I'm gonna go back into it, and hopefully it'll be kicked up to where it needs to be by that time. But I had got offered this job out there in DC, so I went for the technically in the modeling world, that's kind of like, it's kind of like an interview, but it's really not. It's like kind of stuff that you have to do right there on the spot. Like, you have to read scripts, you have to walk, you have to do runway shows and stuff like that, all right there on the spot, because you're pretty much auditioning. So it was an audition that I had to go to. So speed up, I told my grandma I was gonna need her to drop me off at the airport, because I was staying out there near the airport in South Memphis. So the international airport was pretty much down the street from us. Now, I've been to the Memphis International Airport before, like maybe a couple of times, just to pick people up. I've never like actually went in the actual airport and, you know, like walked around, seen the different terminals and stuff like that. I've never actually done that. So Memphis actually kind of got a big airport if you really want to just, like, if you really be looking at it and paying attention. I ain't been no airport a day in my life. Like, that place is like a whole mall. Like, and you can get very confused if you don't know what you're doing. I was scared. I was so scared, but I had a blast. Then look, y'all, don't y'all hate when y'all parents be telling y'all, like, they be bringing up stuff at the wrong time, be bringing up all these movies and all this stuff and what to do and what not to do. So my mom, she gonna come tell me about, like, what she say? She was like, if y'all don't know, y'all remember this movie about Taken? Like, she had got snatched when she went to the airport, and then she got off the plane, and then all the people looked for her. Yeah, that. So she was like, don't let them, going through all that, don't do's and don't that. And I'm like, bruh, why would you tell me something like that right now when I'm about to, you know, like when I'm in the airport trying to figure out what to do, or I already know I don't know what I'm doing because you never let me out of the country. And you sitting up here making it worse. Like you put extra stress on me because now I have to not only try to figure out what I'm supposed to do, I gotta watch everybody else. Like, no, you told me that at the wrong time, bro. Bro, I got this. I got it. Even though I don't got it, I got it. Chill out. Now I'm scared because I'm thinking like, damn, what if there actually do happen? Like, what if I actually get on this plane and then the plane go down? Or, you know, like, you know what I mean? So now she got me extra paranoid because now she done it. She done messed me up. Done threw me off my game. I was good. I got out the car. I was grabbing my little suitcase and I'm good to go. I'm just a walking with my little rolling suitcase and everything. And she's sitting up here done traumatized me. So now I had to go sit down, had to take a break, had to breathe because I'm over here hyperventilating because I don't know what I'm doing because now I done got confused. I'll make it in the airport. What I didn't know is I could use the self-service thing and just get my own ticket without having to go to the desk and go talk to the people. So I went over there, went to that, and was talking to my sister on the phone. She walking me through what I gotta do. I get my tickets. Then little did I know, I'm thinking, okay, once you get that, you know, if you taking connecting flights and stuff like that, everything should be on one ticket. Everything should, I'm thinking like, I seen this stuff in the movies, like, oh, they take that one ticket and be just like, do, you know, you use that one ticket for everything. Wrong. I'm like, okay, put my numbers and stuff in there and get my one ticket they spit out the thing. I'm getting ready to collect my stuff, trying to walk away. This thing starts spitting out more stuff. And I'm like, okay, like, whose stuff is that is printing extra stuff? So I ended up walking away, but then something was like, go back. So then I go back, and then all the rest of my tickets. I would have been ass out, y'all. I would have been ass out with only one ticket. I would have been in Seattle and stuck in Seattle. You talking about somebody would have been crying. I would have been hurt. So that was screw up number one. But once I got the ticket situation, got that going on, I'm like, okay, where am I supposed to go now? Like, what am I supposed to do? She was like, okay, read the ticket, see what the ticket say you're supposed to go. I'm like, okay, damn. I'm thinking like, oh, that was the other part. I didn't even think, I thought that my flight was going to be like a straight flight, not connecting flights. So I'm like, okay, that's causing an issue for me. Because now I have to think, like, I ain't never been to Seattle, and I ain't never been to Washington. It's giving a lot is going on. So if you've been in Memphis and you've been to the international airport, you know there's this big board that's lit up with a bunch of flights on it, and it's telling you where to go. It's telling you where your actual docking things you supposed to go to, boarding pass, all that. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm like, okay, I'm reading the ticket. They tell me to go to like E15 something. So I was like, okay, I went and walked through there and went and found that part was easy. So to get to that part, then I had to go through TSA. Now I seen TSA in a lot of movies, but when you actually TSA in the movies is much different than TSA in real life. Cause when you go through there, they want you to take everything off. They don't want nothing on you. You gotta put everything in the bucket. Then they going through your bags. I'm just like, oh my God. I ended up with me thinking, okay, I don't want to be hungry on the flight, and I don't want to have to, you know, pay for anything. So I had bought like two regular bottles of Sprites and some cookies and fruit snacks. Don't y'all know they made me throw my Sprite away? I was heated. Don't you know how much I paid for them Sprites? Money don't grow on trees. Like, what's wrong with y'all? So they like, okay, you can buy you another one through the airport with vending machine thing or one of the stores in the airport once you get through us. And I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. Maybe it won't be that much. Don't y'all know they a regular Sprite in the airport is like $5? And I'm like, okay, I don't even pay that much when I go to the gas station. You think I'm gonna give you $5 for that Sprite that I pay $1 and something for? What's wrong with y'all? Like, that's highway robbery. Like, the fruit snacks was, I mean, it was nothing $1. Everything in there was like $5 and up. Like, the airport food is highway robbery. They had some places in there that I wanted to try and eat at and whatnot, but I wasn't going, cause I wasn't about to sit up there and spend my whole, you know what I mean? I wasn't finna spend all my money on no high end food. I know, not really even high end, just hot tail, because that's a hot mess. And I'm thinking, okay, once I get there, it's time for me to just go ahead and get on the plane. You know, they'll just be gassing that motherfucker up while I'm on the plane. Wrong again. They're talking about, okay, it's gonna be like an hour and something before they start loading the plane because they gassing the plane up and stuff like that. And I'm just like, so now you telling me I have to wait? Like, I was already, I mean, at least I got here, but damn. Now I'm the type of person when you got somewhere to go, I'm trying to go ahead and get there. I'm not trying to be wasting no time. I'm not trying to be waiting. I ain't trying to do none of that. I'm trying to just get where I'm supposed to be. So I had to wait to board the plane. But I was cool. I was sitting there charging my phone, listening to my music. So boom, we finally get to the plane. Plane already gassed up. It's time to load. It's time to get on the plane. So I'm grabbing my shit. When we get on the little things, I'm like, okay, flight, blah, 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 blah. We about to start loading. Or, you know, we about to start getting on the plane. I'm like, cool. So let me grab and gather my shit and my me. Let me gather me. And okay, by the time I'm getting halfway up there to the thing, she reading off numbers and whatnot, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, why is she reading off numbers? I called my sister back and I'm like, okay, what she got going on? I'm like, I'm confused. She said, nigga, you board the plane by the boarding pass. And I'm like, okay, damn. That's something else I didn't know. But I'm like, okay, how long is that gonna take? Everybody moving like Christmas. And it was just, it just irritated me. But I ended up being the last group to get on the dang on plane. And I was like, that right there had me irritated. But I was like in section D or something. And they had this little baby jet that I had got on, which was real nice. Real nice. But I got on the little baby jet. She finally scanned my little thing and I walked through. I mean, just happy as hell. Got my little rolling suitcase. I'm just rolling. I'm just walking through there just like, I seen this in the movie. I know exactly what this look like. I remember how that look. We outside the plane. I see the plane. Like, the plane is outside. Like, I see it. Like, one over there, she talking about, hey, how you doing? Go and find your seat. I'm just like, hey, girl, we finally up out of here. We finna go somewhere. So I'm all excited. Get on the plane, and then she like, okay. I said, okay, how am I supposed to find my seat? She said the seat is on the ticket, and it's like alphabetical order, but it's telling you where to sit. And I'm like, okay, this right here is gonna be something else hard, because I don't know how to. I know how to do simple shit, but I need help doing simple shit, if that makes sense. Stuff I ain't never done before. So on the thing, I did not know that it was like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it's like 1, 2, 3. So I goes to find my seats. I was like in like E, D, or D something. We just don't go with E. I was like in E2. And okay, so E2 basically is in the middle, which I didn't want. Didn't want that. Let alone, I didn't pay for the ticket. They paid for the ticket for me. So I got basically whatever they booked. I'm in E2. I get to E2, and let me tell y'all how me and E2 went down. I get to E2. It's an old white man sitting over there by the window. He had the window seat, and I was supposed to sit in the middle, and some other dude was sitting on the end. And somebody sitting there eating too. And I'm just like, am I looking at my ticket right, or am I looking at the ticket wrong? Like, so you know what I did? I'm doing the respectable thing. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna keep on marching, because maybe I'm not looking at the ticket right. Maybe I'm not, just maybe I'm just having a slow moment. I get to the back of the plane. Now I'm the only nigga standing up. And I'm like, okay, so that was my seat. I knew I wasn't looking at shit wrong. Like, this old white lady was sitting in my seat. Looked like one of the Golden Girls. And I'm like, okay, somebody sitting in my seat. So I go back. I'm back there at the back of the plane, just like Rosa Parks was at the back of the bus. I'm at the back of the plane with the stewardess, and she like, okay, do you need help finding your seat? And I said, I sure the fuck do. I sure do. Cause somebody's sitting in it. And I told her, I said, this old lady is sitting in my seat. And what I didn't know is people can really they really can't, but they can. They can take your seat and pretty much either pay for it and you be ass out and you end up having to take their seat, or it just kind of go like that. And I was like, she came back and said that she wasn't getting up because she was like, she wanted to sit by her husband. And I'm like, okay, Betty, y'all don't know what y'all was doing when y'all was booking the flights and the planes and all that other stuff. When you was together, you should have booked the plane and the seats together. You don't just get on a plane and take nobody's seat. What's wrong with you? I said I'd be real wrong if I cut up on this plane. But I said, you know what, I'm gonna have some grace, because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I said, you lucky. We don't get to cruising altitude and I throw you out this motherfucker. Cause you wrong. You real wrong. I just really want you to know this if you come across this video. I had a problem with you sitting in my seat because you want to sit by Bill's ass. But anyway, the stewardess was like, you know what? Is this your first time flying? And I said, it sure is. I really don't have time for this, but this is my first time flying. Can I go to first class? I just asked because, she took my seat. So she was like, unfortunately, first class is booked. It's all booked up, so I can't sit you up there. But what I can do is I can put you at the back of the plane. You can have this whole row back here to yourself so you can sit by the window. I was like, cool. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with that, because the first ones to dive in usually be in the front. So her and Bill can go first. So I had that whole back row to myself. She put my luggage in the little thing up there at the top, and then she gave me this cool little pen. I'll show y'all what that looked like. And I clicked it on, and I was all excited. So I'm sitting on the plane, just kicking my feet back and forth, waiting for them to take off. And boy, when I tell y'all, I ain't never felt.
Reading light controls are overhead. Thank you for your attention and enjoy your flight. And your safety and well-being are always our top priorities at American.
I mean, it's like I said, seeing something on TV and versus you actually doing it, like seeing it and happening like in real time, is much different. Cause boy, when he put that plane in reverse, I felt it. He was moving. I was kind of losing my shit. I was flipping out. I ain't gonna lie.
You must wear your face mask, covering at all other times during the flight. If you are unwilling to follow this requirement,
I was praying. I was like, God, touch his man. Let him be able to know what he's doing. Because I don't have time for nothing going down. I don't have nothing time for nothing, just nothing. I don't have time for it. Just let us get what we going, and that be that on that. Amen. So after I said my prayers and whatnot, we began to take off. Now the takeoff is what's really gonna get you. Cause it's just like all that pressure, man, I was back there just, I was through. But once we got up in the air, I was through. It was pretty cool. Like, I didn't have any issues once I got up there or nothing like that. They didn't serve any snacks or nothing. That was kind of the bummer. They was coming through there like picking up a whole lot of trash and stuff like that. But they didn't serve any food, which kind of had me in my feelings. That's the only part where I say I had a dislike. Once we landed in Seattle, and I had to get off that plane and go find my next gate. And that part was hard because now you in a whole nother airport. And when I tell y'all have the biggest airport, that airport is humongous. It's actually like literally a whole mile in the airport, and lots of stuff for you to do. Like it's kind of like Disneyland and in the airport. So I had to figure that out, find my next gate, then load that plane, and then I actually, once I get on that plane, then get over there and got in DC. So I landed at the Ronald Reagan Airport. So that right there was fun. It was amazing. I had a whole lot of fun with that. Once I finally got off the plane, I had a whole lot of fun. So then I got off, and my concierge was waiting on me at the airport. He took my bag, took me to my room, my hotel that I was going to be staying at. I stayed at the Bethesda Hotel, if that's how you say it. I stayed there, and I'll post that in here somewhere. I stayed there, but that hotel was lit. It had a rooftop and all that stuff on there, but I didn't get a chance to really do any of that because I was too busy trying to. I was nervous, so I stayed in the room and whatnot. I stayed in the room for like first half of the day, and then I kind of wanted to get out and get active at night, which I know that kind of sounds stupid, but that's what I did. Found me something to wear, and I went walking down the street, and everything it's like when you go to another, how do you say it? When you go to another state, everything is much different. Everybody is so friendly, but you can't be too friendly with people because you know how people are. But it was cool. And I looked up this 7-Eleven that was down the street from me because I was dead ass hungry. And I'm like, okay, the room don't have, the room had room service, but my slow ass didn't know how to do all that. Like order the room service and stuff like that. I didn't know how to do all that, so I wasn't even gonna try to attempt to do that. So I said, okay, I'll just go down the street and find my own food. I ended up going to Subway because that was the closest thing, and then I went to a 7-Eleven that was down the street from that. Everything was in walking distance, so I really didn't have to drive. So I get down there to the Subway, got my food and whatnot, and then I went to the 7-Eleven. When I tell you everything is different in another state, like 7-Eleven is a gas station. It wasn't a gas station, like it was just a store. Like a whole store with a revolving door that you just walk in and walk back out after you pay for your stuff. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, bro, I was over there buying too much stuff, like stuff I didn't even need. I'm buying pizza from the 7-Eleven. You don't even know if that pizza is good, like how long that pizza been sitting there. And I bought it. I bought the pizza, I bought some chips. They snacks are much kind of the same. They kind of got the same stuff, but it's a little bit different too. It got a little spin, a little twist to it. I did some sightseeing. I saw this building. I went down the street from my hotel where I was staying, and this building had these cars in it. It's like that's how they buy cars up there. Like they're not on an actual car lot like how Memphis has everything like on a flat car lot. Theirs is not like that. Everything is like in this. It's new like in this building, and you just kind of like select what kind of car you want and stuff like that. And it comes down. Like that was lit. But then okay, so me trying to walk back to my room, I was walking through this construction site because up there they have sidewalks, but they don't have no sidewalks at all, so you pretty much in the street. So I'm walking down the street literally trying to get to all the stuff. I had to walk through this construction site. How about my stupid ass trip and fell in the construction site? Like that shit could have fell on top of me. But I tripped and fell, hurt my ass, hurt my whole back. I'm like, how am I gonna walk? I get up limping, cause I was like, when I tell you I fell. I fell a fail. I was hurt, so hurt. But I managed to walk it off a little bit, get back to the hotel, which I'm gonna show y'all my room. My room was I had a good view. Once the sun came up, the view was like really dope. But I didn't really take no pictures of how it looked at night in the room. I didn't get a chance to do that because I kind of forgot. But I got to the audition and things like that. The next day, I got to the audition and all that stuff. It kind of went good, but unfortunately, I didn't get that part because I was limping. I wasn't really just walking like I need to because I was hurt. So that was the bummer of that trip, but it was alright. I did enjoy my time in DC, and I definitely will be back. Definitely was a time to remember. But once I got my stuff ready to go, me getting back home was simple. But like I said, that takeoff, I ended up finding my seat. Getting back on the new plane, trying to go home, I ended up finding my seat. I was cool with that, and I was ended up sitting by this dude, this black dude, and he was like, I can tell you not from here. And I'm like, he can tell I'm not from here. Damn. So now, I'm like, I look like, how do I look? Do I look vulnerable? Like, do I look like what she was talking about? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm finna be assed out. So, he was like, once the plane took off, of course, I'm grabbing my chest, I'm trying to keep my heart in and everything. It's beating the beat. And he was like, he said to me, he said, you can hold my hand if you want to. And I was like, nigga, what? But after that, the two people, they had me sitting in the middle. The dude on this side, he ended up getting up and going to a whole nother seat. So I had those two seats to myself. I ended up moving down, and he ended up falling asleep, and I stayed up the whole time because I was like, nigga, I don't trust you. But yeah, the whole trip was fun in general. I will definitely be back to DC. I did love my time there.
Everybody fake. Everybody nowadays, everybody fake.